This is Harry Judd for Boxing Social in partnership with Empire Fight Store. It's Tuesday afternoon here at Ricky Hatton's gym. I'm joined by Brad Ray. Brad, it's been a while, mate. Great setup in here. Blue Moon picture behind you. Great morning doing S&Ts, strength and conditioning. How are you, mate? All good?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Good to be back in. Good to be trying to get back in the swing of things. And yeah, man, I think I'm going in the right direction at the moment.
Yeah, obviously last year was a big year for yourself. We're going on about some of the things that went on last year, but yeah, one thing that is continuing from last year is the injury to the hand. Just give us an update in terms of what's going on in terms of treatment and stuff.
Yeah, so I've just on the physio and stuff at the moment. I've been told won't need an operation, which I think is a good thing. But yeah, I'm still not back punching with it yet. So gonna be a little bit of time before I'm back in the ring, but just trying to get back into the swing of things with training. I'm in the gym every day at the moment, and whether I'm as strict on my diet as I will be doing, or I'm getting my runs, but I'm getting training, and I'm in a lot better place than I was a month ago. Anyway, getting the training in, bringing the weight down, and like I say, hopefully, won't be too much longer before I can be back punching with both hands.
Yeah, especially with your age as well, and with the fight last out for the English title. You are a hot fighter. You need to be out. You need to be active. It is damaging, I guess, at your career at the moment. But looking forward, hoping to get that healed up, and in the summer, we'd like to see you back out, mate. I know it's hard to tell at the moment.
Yeah, I'm thinking hopefully before that. I've got to admit, I don't know if that's wishful thinking or not. But I've been quite lucky in my career, apart from with COVID. I've not really had any injuries or anything, or had any time out. I've been quite active. I've been quite consistent. So the game that we're in, it was bound to happen at some point. And it's probably the better time after a loss, for it to happen, and you can have that little bit of time. But I feel like I've got my head in the right place and I'm ready. It's quite frustrating because I want to crack on now. Yeah, cool. After the fight, it was a little bit, fuck it, I'm not arsed, what I mean, my hand will heal and I can eat burgers and I can have a few beers and stuff. Whereas now, I'm like, right, come on, let's get back to it, and I can't. So it is frustrating. But like I say, it's on the mend and we're going in the right direction.
Just speaking within the gym there as well, was it the last round that is when the incident happened?
The ninth round, yeah, second to last. To be honest, I did have a little bit of trouble leading up into the fight, but I was just managing it, and I'm not going to say it had an effect on the fight because I didn't feel it for 8-9 rounds. Yeah, and then ninth round, I've done some damage and I felt it. But like I say, it's part of the game. It happens.
Yeah, but looking back to the fight as well, we won't go on it too much because you've spoken about it. Had an interview with Charlie beforehand on Zoom to talk about the fight. But leading up to it as well, speaking to Blaine, speaking to the team, speaking to yourself, that's the type of fights that we want to see, the type of fights that we want fighters to go for. It was a risky fight for both of you, so I know it's hard for me or hard for you to take that. You want to win. It's a game full of achievements and striving, winning and that sort of mindset. But it was a fight in which credit to both men for taking, really, Brad.
Yeah, I didn't have to take the fight. It was a fight that I wanted. Felt like I was ready. And afterwards I've said it, obviously I was disappointed, but I was more disappointed with it. It's not like I didn't put it in the training, it's not like I cut corners and stuff and then afterwards I thought, oh well, I didn't do enough, that's why I lost. For 12 weeks I had my head down, no distractions, didn't cut any corners, I did exactly what I should have been doing, and I just didn't perform on the night at the end of the day. And we all have bad days, if anyone who does anything, the thing is with me and what I do, when you have a bad day, you come out with 2 big black eyes and a busted off hand. But like you say, it happens. And I've said it many times, but credit to Tyler. He fought a great fight. But is the risk that you run when you've got the mentality that I have, where I want to test myself, I want to get in with these boys, and these are the as a boxing fan, I know what type of fights I want. And I'm sat on Twitter talking bollocks on Twitter with everyone. I know what fights they want. Yeah. They're the fights I want to be in. I could very easily still be undefeated now and pick the fights which there's less risk, and I'm chances that I'm going to win. But I don't want to be in them fights. I don't want to be in them fights, and nothing's changed. I'm gonna hopefully, once the hand's healed, get back to winning ways, and then get myself back in the mix. There's plenty of good fights to be made out there. So
yeah, definitely. Speaking to Blaine beforehand, it's a lot of fighters that talk about the rankings, WBC internationals, and all the rest of it. But a real good English title fight, and obviously a British title eliminator. I think it is. Normally they live up to expectations, and your one did in your home city as well. But he does defend that title again on Sky Sports his next show. But looking on to yourself as well, do you still want to strive towards the English title route, or what route do you want to take now?
Yeah, definitely. It's always been a goal of mine, the English title, and like you say, nothing's changed. I feel obviously Denny and Brad Paul's fight is it 2 weeks. The winner of that's probably going to try and push on British title shot. The loser, is going to be there for, like you say, back in the mix, like me. So, like you said, there's plenty of good fights to be made, and I'm happy to get in them. But back to winning ways, and then I want to get myself back in the mix. I want to pick up that English title at some point and then crack on. Yeah,
first of all, get that hand healed and see where we are as well. Talk about other things within boxing. I saw that you just said you were very vocal on Twitter as well. Yarde-Beterbiev, similar case again. Yard came on losing ways on Saturday night, but there's no real shame in that. What a fight that was, Brad. I saw you watched it. Speaking to people over the weekend, speaking to people even yesterday, boxing's had its ups and downs of last year. When boxing gets it right, it's fantastic. I think we saw that Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. There's no sport like it. I don't think you can get the excitement that you get from watching a fight like, Yarde and Beterbiev was on the weekend. And yeah, credit to Yarde. I didn't think he had that kind of performance in him. I'll hold my hands up, but he's definitely gone up in my estimations, and he's a world level fighter now. He's a world level fighter. If you think back to when he lost to Linden, what was that, a few years ago now? You wouldn't say in just a couple of fights' time that he'd be at that level. And yeah, he can mix it with any of them light heavyweight boys now, I think, at the top level. But I think when it come down to it, Beterbiev's experience and he was just a little bit too much. It was a point midway, and I thought, he's got this in him, yeah. Do you know what I mean? He was coming on strong, and I think Beterbiev's experience just took over, and he knew what to do at the right times, and the finish come. I think it was a good stoppage as well. I think he stopped it just at the right time. He gets a lot of stick, Tunde, doesn't he? But I think you've got to give him credit for that. I think he stopped the fight at the right time, and Yarde lives to fight another day, and I think he'll come again.
Yeah, your tweet wrote get stick, but that was the right call in relation to a tweet about Tunde Ajayi's stoppage of the fight. Moving on from sort of hardcore traditional boxing route, I think it was yesterday or even this morning, in fact, that Misfits have announced they're doing a tag team boxing. You're smiling there. We have spoke about it in the gym and a few jokes going here or there, but boxing purists are going mad. Adam Catchall on Twitter is incandescent with rage, in fact, over the Misfits stuff. What's your opinion on it? Is it entertainment? Is it boxing? Is it WWE? What is it, Brad?
I can't say I've ever tuned in. I can't say I've ever watched an event. But they have a target audience there that they're aiming at. And, that's the type of shit that they like. It's not aimed at us boxing purists, you know what I mean? They know we're not going to watch it. But, they've got a certain audience there that are paying good money to watch this type of shit. And, so be it. I think the fact with the Misfits, it's not crossing over. Like, we know it's not real boxing. You know, it's not like they're pretending to be real boxers. It's, you know what it is, and like you say, it's not my cup of tea. Majority of us boxing fans, it's not cup of tea, but they're making money at the end of the day, and they know what they're doing. They know how to make money, and who am I to tell them to stop if they're making millions? You know what I mean?
Have you ever been tempted to go on one? Because you wouldn't be the first person to tell me, I might as well just go on a Misfits show, get a couple hundred grand or whatever, how much they get, and then crack on with the boxing, proper boxing. So you ever been tempted to have a crack at KSI and all the rest of them?
I wouldn't say no for a couple of mil to go and get the fuck out some YouTuber, like. But yeah, I don't think I'm big enough to get the call.
You're not going to call someone out on the channel? Not going to call someone out?
Not my cup of tea. Not my. But maybe if I won my last fight, I'd be giving it out. But need to rebuild myself a little bit.